Hello kids, welcome to Zwifto. Now we are going to discuss about monohybrid cross. Let me explain what is this monohybrid cross is all about. Now we have already understood this term, what is monohybrid cross in the last class, right? So where there will be involvement of a cross between a single pair of contrasting characters, right? If you see, this was the example which we took. You can take your note and you can check tall and dwarf. We are taking a tall plant and we are taking a dwarf plant and we are crossing. So here you can see there is an involvement of single pair of contrasting character. So this is known as monohybrid cross, and so now we are going to understand the monohybrid cross which was done by this father of genetics, that is none other than Gregor Johann Mendel. Now see, he was taking a homozygous tall plant and a homozygous dwarf plant, and so when he crossed, right, so this was your parental generation. So homozygous tall and homozygous dwarf, because the alleles are same. So you can see this is the phenotype and this is the genotype. So whatever is given in this bracket is the genotype, that is the genetic description of that parental organism. So this is the phenotype, the external appearance is the phenotype, and so the genetic description is going to be the genotype, right kids? Now so after crossing, okay, so after crossing between this parental organism, you can see all the offspring, okay, so you can see everything is found to be a tall in the next generation, and this generation is what is called as F1 generation. Am I right kids? So F1 generation is the generation which is produced after crossing this parental generation. You can see all the offsprings are found to be tall, right? So you'll be understanding why they are tall. Now see guys, and so one important thing that you have to notice, so in the gamete, there will be only presence of only one allele. If you see, if you consider this one as a male plant, let us suppose you are going to consider this one as a male plant, okay, this is tall plant, you are going to consider as a male now, okay. So during gamete formation, the alleles are going to separate, right? So in such a way that only one allele from this pair of allele is going to reach that gamete, okay. So let us suppose these are the two gametes, so it can produce two gametes, right? In those two gametes, you can see the alleles are going to be same. It's going to produce only the same type of allele because it is homozygous. Similarly, in case of this, let us suppose we are going to consider this one as a female plant. Okay, so this is a dwarf plant, right? And the genetic description is like this: small t, right, kids? Now, so during gamete formation, I told you that so this alleles are going to separate in such a way that only one allele reaches the gamete, right? So small t and small t, these are the two types of gametes produced by this dwarf plant. Now so these two gametes has to fuse together during the process of fertilization, right? So now I have written, okay, I have written the gametes here, okay, I have written the male gametes and female gametes. So when they fuse together, what is the result? When these two plants, when these two gametes they are going to fuse, okay, you are going to get this type of result, right? That is capital T and small t. So here also capital T, small t, here also capital T and small t, here also capital T and small t. So I have written what is the phenotype and what is the genotype. You can see the genotype and phenotype of all the offspring produced in F1 generation is same, okay. Everybody, they are going to have the same genotype and same phenotype, right? So you can see everybody are going to be tall. Why they are going to be tall? Because see, the character which is dominant will be expressed in F1 generation. That is what you have discussed, right? In case if it is heterozygous, if it is found to be heterozygous. Why it is known as heterozygous? Because here the alleles are different. See, here this is a different allele, this is a different allele. Because of that one only, we are going to indicate with a different letter. So it is a capital letter, it is small letter, right kids? Now, in case of heterozygous condition, only one character will be expressed, and that is the dominant character. You can see the tallness is dominant over this dwarfness. So here, this tallness is going to be known as the dominant character, and this dwarfness is the recessive character. Am I right, kids? In heterozygous condition, only one character will be expressed, and that character is known to be dominant character, right? So because of that reason only, all the offsprings are going to be tall in case of F1 generation. Now you are going to do the F2 generation. So what is F2 generation? You have to take two plants, one male plant and one female plant, okay? So and they are going to cross between that, okay? So here that has to be taken from the F1 generation, right kids? So you are going to self-pollinate the F1 generation plant and you'll be getting the next generation, and that generation is going to be called as F2 generation. Self-pollinating the F1 generation will be producing the F2 generation. Now you are going to take two plants here, okay, that is tall plant, okay, this is homozygous or heterozygous? It is heterozygous, right kids? Because the alleles are different, right? So now it will be producing two types of gamete, right? Because here alleles are different. During gamete formation, alleles are going to separate, right? During gamete formation, alleles are going to separate. If you see, this is a heterozygous plant, right? So it is going to produce two different types of gamete. One is going to have this capital T, another one is going to have this small t. When they fertilize, what is going to happen? Let us understand. So now this plant is going to produce two different types of gamete, and similarly this plant is also going to produce two different types of gamete. So there is equal probability for any type of gamete, okay, to reach that for any type of allele to reach that gamete. Okay, am I right, kids? Now what is going to happen is, okay, these gametes are going to fuse now. During the process of fertilization, they are going to fuse, right? So now what is the surprise is here, you are also getting a dwarf plant. When you are crossing this tall plant with another tall plant which is produced in F1 generation, you are getting dwarf plants also. What is the reason behind that? Let us understand. See kids, when this capital T and capital T, so these are the types of gametes which are released from this first plant, and these are the types of gametes which are released from this second plant. When this fertilize, what is going to happen? Let us understand. So this square is known as Punnett square. It is easy to understand. Okay, so what is the genotype, what is the phenotype of the offspring which is produced due to a cross? Now when this first gamete, okay, that is capital T and capital D, when they are combining, what is going to happen? So the plant is going to be homozygous tall, because you can see the alleles are same. Similarly, the second case, see, when this gamete and this gamete fertilize, what is going to happen? You are going to get this result, that is capital T small t. Okay, in heterozygous condition, you can see it is going to be expressed, that is tallness, right? In heterozygous condition, the tallness will be expressed because that is a dominant character. Similarly, when these two gametes combine, you are going to get this result, okay, that is capital T small t. It is also heterozygous, but it is going to be tall because the tallness is the dominant character. So here you can see this is the dwarf plant, because both these gametes are going to carry this recessive allele, right? So here this is going to be a homozygous recessive, that is a dwarf plant, right? So you can see among this four part, okay, three part, right? You can see of this total, okay, you can see. So when you divide this total generation, right, of this when you divide this offspring into four part, okay, out of this four part you can see three part is going to be tall, okay, so only one part is going to be dwarf, right kids? That means this is the phenotypic ratio. You can see what is the external appearance. You can see the external appearance is tall and another one appearance is dwarf, right? So if you note the ratio, okay, out of this four part, three part is going to be what? It's going to be tall. Another one part is going to be appear to be a dwarf. So when they ask you the phenotypic ratio, it is 3:1. When they ask you the genotypic ratio, what is the genotypic ratio? So note it kids, you are going to have three different types of genotypes. See, one is a homozygous, another one is heterozygous tall, another one is homozygous dwarf. See, capital T small t, and small t small t. So you have to note. So out of this four part, one part is going to be carry this type of allele, that is capital T, and this two part is going to be capital T small t, and one part is going to be small t. So this is the genotypic ratio. When they ask you the genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio, be very careful kids, okay? So they will be definitely asking you. So next we are going to discuss the important conclusion which you have to know from this first class, that is monohybrid class, that will be discussing the next part of the chapter. If you want this handwritten notes, okay, you can ask me in the comment section. I will be helping you out to get that handwritten notes. It's available in the Telegram channel, and for your doubts and queries you can ask me through the WhatsApp group kids. I have given the link of the WhatsApp group in the description, and also the Telegram channel also is given there, okay? If you want any online coaching classes or any special tuition, you can always contact me through the email ID which I have given in the description box. Definitely like, share and subscribe kids. We'll meet you there in the next video. I'll be discussing with the next concept. Until then, bye bye kids. So I've given the email ID in the description box, and then the links of those WhatsApp group and Telegram group is also given. Get through it kids. So you have to join there definitely. Bye bye.